All right, let's get into it. All right, I've got some unloading still to work on, and gotta sort through these to figure out if there's anything good to keep. So modded, keep, keep. No, not that. We're grabbing the twos first. That's two. That's a 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 two. Yep. Good morning. That's a four. What else? That's a four. That's four. Good. Plus, if I do that, Okay, so that Enderman is stuck because of rain. Ooh. Lots of fun stuff there. Next up is threes, so soot. That. 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 So these are all compressing things at the moment, including that. Even if I'm not compressing this because low count, high count. Let's see. Don't have a Echo Gem yet, so I can't make myself a deposit upgrade quite yet. Once I've like made one, then I'll start accepting Echo Gems for other people if I need another one. But again, I'm trying to follow the curve to do each thing at least once. Do need to actually go through that to figure out what in the world is useful. Okay, well, let's figure out what can go where. boxes that need taken apart and reorganized into other things. Found a diamond horse armor now. Right, there was a change. Vault cobblestone is now compressible. Now, vault stone itself doesn't, but the vault cobblestone does. Scavs start happening at 20, I think, if I'm remembering right. Do I have any other ores hiding out in these? Modded, 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 modded. This goes downstairs already. So they managed to put this in. Did they do? Oh, all right. I don't have a blaze rod yet. So I couldn't start on potions or anything like that anyways, but I also can't quickly make myself an ender chest. So I'll have to check the one at, like, spawn for some of these things. Or I can just kind of go, these go in here. That will get used at some point for sure. These go in here. Sure. I mean, it feels weird this season because ender chests are one of those things that never get used. Like, talking with boop boop. Somebody is messaging me at this early? Alright. Talking with one of the mods, they're like, yeah, like, nobody tends to use their ender chests, so, like, whenever something goes missing, they're using, like, tools to, like, look at, like, the entire player data, including, like, the ender chest in case it got stuck there. And, like, it's almost always empty. So 57 for no, I'm light enough that I don't want to spend the chromatic on it. I don't think I'm going to need that many more netherite ingots, but I might as well. And hordes is an easy kill there. Yep. So I need to do slimes at some point. Gotta love this storage, right? It's all set up exactly how you might expect if you're trying to get a dev's attention. It's supposed to be things that you are completely unworried about going missing. Because anything you're worried about missing, I've got 2 knowledge. What? Has anyone managed to research? Okay, somebody got the interface already. So this is going to be a semi-less useful one. I accidentally a letter in at least one place. And I don't need the answer immediately. Sometimes it's also useful on the research teams to have a little bit of a differential. Those go downstairs. That goes there. In theory, I need to start putting some emeralds in my actual, like, valuables instead of just in my enchanter, because there are non-enchanter uses of them. So, and I recently compressed some stuff, so I've got some room here. Alright. Grab the force armors because they don't stack anyways, so that means that the next time I'm going to interact with these things. Anyways, my base is going to slowly develop cats. So if anyone decides they need cats for any reason, feel free to come get them. Otherwise, I'm going to start jarring them. Which would have been a bigger threat to know they're going to be completely useless back in the day, but turns out jarring them nowadays just means you're storing a bunch of them. I don't know if the entire chain of them retains their sequence of colors, or if all of them are going to end up with like the same skin at the end of it, but that's for future me to figure out. And or anybody who actually cares to like look at them. This goes in, this goes in, this goes in, this comes out. What does that come out? Because I get to do this with it. If it's going to take up 2 slots, it might as well do it with 1 compress. Modded. Arguably, that's also modded, but it's a standard enchanted book. And the fun thing with the enchanted books is we can just stack them someplace, and everyone knows you have a stack of books to read next to your bed. Are you going to ever open them? Probably not. That's the point. They're there because there's a chance you will. The chance is worse than a snowball in hell, but and the blank room. Yes, yes, you're very adorable, and I'm going to have to get a jar to catch you. Because you have now spawned in my house. Because I've got an iron farm working. Like, that's probably the best sign that I've got an iron farm working, is that I've got random cats in addition. Alright. How much cobblestone do I still have up here someplace? I should have some cobblestone. Oh, I need to break down that coal ore at some point. Um, Bouncy boy. Though he's not so bouncy because none of his friends are in this chunk. Alright. Ripstone block from going here. Couple deep slate needs to come out. Which means that I can start putting things like these in here. Those go downstairs as well. In theory, I should just stick it through a furnace and accept the one gold nugget. But is that admitting defeat? Alright. I need to walk upstairs with 24 of cobble of something. Iron Gopher. Wait. That was supposed to be the fortune one, right? Apparently I swapped my fortune one with my non-fortune one again. And that's going to annoy the heck out of me. Like, this isn't even in high production mode yet. It's actually in low production mode. Alright. These 3 bows go in here. This goes in here. Those can't be opened quite yet. Somebody's like, oh yeah, some of the decompression recipes in drawers made them far too powerful. So it's good that they came out, and it's like, okay, yes. If I could take apart amethyst blocks, which I can mask it from hammering through like random places in underground to just get a bunch of amethyst shards, that might be a little too powerful for the current recipe requirements of any vault crystals. But clay, ooh, another person got the red katana recently. Yay. Uh, but like something like clay balls from clay blocks, since clay blocks always break into exactly 4 clay balls. There's no variability like you would get with, say, um, taking apart glowstone or something like that. But or they're like snowballs, and it's like, no, like those were completely reasonable to put in the recipes, just like so that you weren't going, okay, you need to have a separate shovel to break apart these decompressed forms of the block into the thing the altar actually asked for, which is the clay balls and the, because when dealing with clay and whatnot, let's see, F3H. These are actually asked in the altar directly. These? No. So why is the fact that this can be gotten in the factory room require a step of hit this with shovel in the default game loop? Like, there's not a major reason it needs to be. For any kind of like balance for that. Just kind of exists because vanilla doesn't let you decompact it. Yeah, but you see, we're not playing vanilla. We're playing a mod pack where we have to go and sort out things like this. And if I'm going, hey, I need to give up 4 arrows, 1 random gold ingot, I've got a wool somewhere here. Where's the dead leaves? I'm going to start with these dead leaves. Okay, so right now the group research goes, if somebody researches something and you are attached to it at that time, you will get it unlocked. So, like, what I have right now unlocked is because other people have eaten and researched different things. So, like, I have created all that. If you join and are behind on some of the production or, like, the big mods or things like that, that can be corrected later on by getting somebody to craft a knowledge brew. But the useful thing besides the like knowledge brew is right now anytime we want to research something, there's not an extra cost per player attached to the research team. You remember how, like, previously it was like add 50% or whatnot? The game rule for that is currently set to false. There is zero penalty for being part of a research team right now. Now, like, I'm currently behind, which actually means that if we needed to research something in production as the group, I'm saving 8 knowledge stars for anything that the other people don't have. In this case, they started botany pots before I managed to join them. That's also why they've got some waystones and things like that. But if you manage to join, that means, like, as we do the different researchers, with the one caveat that if you don't already have, like, some of the chain researches like this, I'm not sure how the locked behind other ones work when you don't have all of them. But like I said, it's 4 echo and 4 knowledge given to somebody who's got the ones you want to get it. And the fun one, if you're attached to a research team and somebody drinks a knowledge brew, no, if all you've got right now, that means you don't have any production, which means if you join the research team, the big thing you can do with the production category is let somebody know that you currently have only that for it. And right now, they can get easy piglins for your cost for easy piglins, and then we can get you caught up using like a knowledge brew. But it also means that if you just join right now, anything you don't have that somebody just kind of loosely researches, like, I've got create. And some of the other people are, way ahead of me. So I'm just getting researches every so often. Like, you don't ever have to join or whatever, but, like, right now, since it costs nothing extra for anybody else to have just one more person hopping on, you'll get, like, extra researches from them. And like I said, one of the things that can be done is just getting a knowledge brew from somebody will get all of the researches you might be behind. Heck, joining on, you might be able to help out with some of the other vault stuff. Because it's got its little extra penalties in the vault categories. But, like, yeah, I'm not really selling this as a great, like, this actually benefits you. Knowledge Brew gives you whatever pool of knowledges they had when they crafted the knowledge brew. And if one person in a research party drinks a knowledge brew, anybody else in the entire group can inherit any of the knowledges in that brew that they didn't have. I've used it to catch up a group of 4 people, all attached. Yep. It is really powerful. And is great for when you're, like, basing together. But given the fact that it's not even, like, a 50% or anything like that, well, we just get you invited to the research group, and any one of us can do that. So give me just a second, because I am currently crafting dispensers. And then we go over here. I hit this, and I hit invite. And I add you. Now, note, this isn't going to get you any of the knowledges that you haven't managed to unlock before other people have already unlocked them. Have you already got barrels or anything like that? In the storage tab? Especially because, like, as far as I can tell, storage has, like, 1 total penalty, so it's not too much. Okay, so you're not going to get much benefit if I, say, munch down these 2 knowledge just so that I catch up on the drawers thing. Which, like, if I eat this to catch up on the drawers thing, it's not doing too much. But I could munch down and crack Snad for the rest of the group, because I don't think anyone's bothered with Snad yet. The doesn't penalize the production, and, like, this adds nothing to the mod boxes. But everybody can now make the snads. Technically, I need to catch up on waystones. And those are good early researches. Now I can do the stupid waystones myself. In addition. But now, as Attached to Toe tends to be playing a lot just because of their situation, being mostly homebound and not actively employed because of why they're homebound. You'll end up with researches from them as they are currently our front runner. But you also might, if you see them on, mention that you are now attached to the research team and that you don't have much open, or you don't have much research for production, so your easy piglins is probably going to be less than even the 26 that I have, because that's going to save a lot of this. And then you could ask for, like, a knowledge brew, and even, like, just giving the 4 Echo would get you any of those production mods. Like, would you pay 4 Echo to get all the rest of those production mods unlocked? Probably. Because that would be all the production besides the insulator and the industrial mob farm directly. Yep, and since you're actually attached, one of the things you could do to help us out is if you've got 2 knowledge stars on you and decide to munch that, you can then, like, reach out and request a knowledge brew. Yep. So that just got all of us easy piglins. And you can yeah, you can reach out and bug. Like, I can't get you botany pots, but I think Amanda has everything. So even Amanda could make a knowledge brew for you right now. Again, it might just be if you've got the echo, that's when you get it. And whenever you get that, you can get yourself caught up, which will get me caught up, among other things. But then we'll have, like, all of that production. Yeah, I wouldn't. The big thing with it is that's the way you get caught up on, like, the botany pots and whatnot. But at the same time, it might also be helpful uh, to get thermal and or industrial foregoing for their sub-production ones. Though, arguably, eventually, like, playing the, like, little cheesy thing isn't going to matter too much. Especially because, does anyone actually have a plan for using the industrial mob farm stuff? Like, I'm 100% going to use these. The phytogenic and thermal long term. But for now, I need to put this cobble someplace. Cobblestone can go there. Okay. Absolutely abysmal range on that. So I'm not sure I actually would want to swap to that compared to what I've got. Even if it would be, oh yes, you get more suffixes. Because no matter what, I would need to get a prefix of, like, a pickup range, and I would have to get a good one on that one. I can check it, but I'm going to probably shred it shortly after. Right. If I'm comparing gear, it helps if I have the H turned off. I don't much need ability power, but I'm in a good position for the pants, so I probably don't need to swap that. Not likely to use a focus. The shield's worse. So I think the rest of this is going to be shred. Okay. Finally getting around to unloading from the previous day's vault, mainly because I finished in the 5-minute warning window. And logged off during the like 4.4 blocks. So starts pulling just barely at the edge of your reach, which means if you chained, it wouldn't even, or if you did a vein mine, you wouldn't necessarily even be pulling from the furthest. I thought he had pulled durability off things. I guess he's left durability on magnets. Like, maybe that's a useful thing, except for I think the item rarity is more useful right now than even the trap disarm, because pre-50, they've got trap chests still yield items. Which the fact that it changes from that at 50 is like, arguably you're giving a mixed message about how trap chest works long term, because for the longest time you get to keep the items until suddenly you're too high a level and you lose all the items. I mean, there's something to be said for them putting in the ability to have trap chests always give the items through the entire game. For one, it actually makes the poison trap more likely to hit. Okay. Maybe? I'm going to count that as an upgrade, technically. I'm not going to be keeping it long enough that it should matter in the absolute longest term. But I think a boost to the item quantity is worth not having the almost goose-like, no, not even goose-like, rarity boost. You know what? This magnet gets to chill for a bit. It might still be worthwhile. I think hammering became more common. What do you think? There might have been a complaint about hammer size not being common enough. And somebody might have tweaked some values in hammer size. Now the question is, did somebody tweak the hammer size? Yep. Did somebody tweak the hammer size in the weight pool on purpose? Iskallia says that he might need to nerf hammers into the ground because they're too powerful. Vastly increases the amount of hammers everyone can make. Ooh. To put it in perspective, I haven't recycled a single one of the jewels I have cracked yet this game. And I've picked a hammer one every single time that I've been offered one. I'm at 4 of 7. Something is off. Maybe. That, or he has just decided that hammer needs to be more available. Right. Next thing I needed to do, because one, I've got cats wandering around that I need to jar. Three. Two. Because this isn't unlocked from the beginning, you have to get a certain way into the quest to unlock the animal pens. When they add a reward here, then I'll worry about it. Alchemy table. Probably one of the funniest things I did last season. I bagged this quest until I was level 100. The gear was not worthwhile, but, you know, it was a funny thing to do that I just kind of hit level 100 and was like, well, let's get a gear set. It's like the chance of it rolling a good set is unlikely, but you know. The level is based on when you complete the quest, not when you actually first achieved the quest. Got a creeper creeping outside my window on my lawn. Let's give myself some soul shots. Oh no, I ate my knowledge stars. Now I can't get the mod boxes. I'll make more. Or I'll, like, be sorting through Gicky's storage, getting more things situated. I now have too many animal jars. Where is that cat wandered to? Hmm. I wonder if the random village cats are like spawning then despawning because I'm not collecting them or whatever. Angry. Like it's going to continue kicking out iron the whole time. That seems like a good way of storing those. Alright. Back over to this nonsense. I gotta throw a couple more leaves at this. Got any more modded leaves? No, not there. Do I have bamboo leaves wandering around in the non-modded, modded stuff? Yes. Okay. Modded. 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 And that can stay there. And the ones that are like modded, but they're like just compacting forms of the non-modded stuff are fine. But the big thing is like anything here besides like the bamboo leaves, because they're in the leaves pile. Where are they going? They're going to leave. Switch that to off. Leaves. I've put all the vault cobblestone away, haven't I? Oh no, I lost my building block. Where's the polished whatever that I used otherwise? There it is. But yeah. More vaulting. More vaulting. Yeah. Elixir. 321. Right. My shaders are off again. Because I updated again. Why? Noting that the vaults fog distance is what gives it away every time. I keep mistaking this for an oil room. Well, you see, it does happen. Fours, that's good. Fours is a good amount. Bonk. Absorption hearts are fine to get early. If it was one of the, like, gain health ones. Hey, that one actually gave the amount of experience it's supposed to. Apple crate. Potato crate. Okay, so this one's free. What is the requirement? Let's see. You didn't have create yet, right? Did you have any in the, bonk? Any in that category alongside create? So that means that you also can help mitigate costs in that category. Oh no, the strength guy can do 4 hearts of damage. This is in great contrast to my first vault of the season, where everything was too low, including tanks. Tanks only being 7s when there's supposed to always be a 10. Okay, assassins are the one thing that's bad in this vault for completion. Because even hordes, like 4 is a reasonable amount for hordes. Now, I think, yeah. I can't get mod boxes right now, so like wooden isn't quite as amazing to get like lucky with, because lucky on the wooden just means what you call it, bounty pearls and the scrolly thing that makes more of them for your own personal use. I love the babies on the chickens. Oh, why? Because the chickens count for EXP and it makes the baby slower. Kindly go away, sir. Thank you. Said kindly go away. Alright, boys. let's see. I entered this one this way, which means I head out that far one. But first, ores. Onward. Back up. And to be fair, I don't need to know where in the world I came into this vault, as long as I'm... More need to start eating sweets, because I forgot to lay Ms. Again. Stop referring to taking bread from Geeky's place as Les Mis. No. Remember that if you're making a mailbox, if you use any of the ones that are every compatibility instead of the base, you need to use a hopper or something else to pull the items when they get mailed to you. You know. I mean, there's ocean right there. You're in one of the best positions to be able to go in squid. Yeah, but that's because you still have a bat problem. Don't know if Attached to Tow is currently actively listening to me. I didn't attach myself to the Discord this morning anyways. I could. If anyone else wanted to be on voice. But I'll leave that up to somebody going, yeah, I'm going to join the voice chat. Go ahead and join too, and then we can just kind of chill. But since today's going to be a shorter one, since I started less than 3 hours before restart, and I might even be leaving earlier than that, depending on when other people are ready today, if other people are going places today. Because the local theme park that we've got a season pass to has a meet and greet with Power Rangers, and that's one of the franchises that the kid likes. So they might want to go to that, but at the same time, they're also getting worn out of the novelty of having a season pass to there. Which, like, yeah, okay, I get it. I have lost track of what direction I came in here. Continue to loot the stuff. Continue to loot the stuff. I forgot to bring in shulker boxes. Continue to loot the stuff. Like, I'm not near risking overflowing in a way that I'm going to start losing things at the moment. If I hit a dig site, I'm going to absolutely be annoyed at myself. But if I hit a dig site, I'm going to have to, like, set up a vault party and invite people, because even at my level, if I hit a dig site, other people will want to get stuff from it. Sure, the gear is going to be 12, but the key pieces aren't going to be level 12. The ridiculous industrial quantities of gemstones wouldn't be. I'm trying to think what update it was. He busted gemstone production to the point that, like, you couldn't get anything. Oh, you see, Hydrovoid cost as many gemstones as it did because, like, you were already getting a decent amount. Then, in the exact same update, he made that change. He nerfed gem drops and gem production from recycling into the dirt. So it became Hydrovoid now costs you 100 levels of gemstones, basically. Or, like, one dig site. Guess which one of those you can actually guarantee. That's right, the dig site. Wait. Okay, I probably don't have to steal pickles from here, but let's grab some pickles. Point of interest here. You see, this is one of the things I like about elixirs, especially when they're the easy complete ones, is it's just like, what are you running for? Whatever's the exact next point of interest anywhere in this vault. The vault will decide what I'm rewarded with. Because it's not my job to be searching for anything at level 12. Like, the thing that I need to be searching for hardest at level 12 is, like, seeing if I can get all the POG materials. And that's just, hey, when you end up in an ore room, do the ore room. And if you do that, this way? Bonk, bonk. Well, this is definitely not a room I've been in before. Missed. Lag, 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 lag. And I may be dying right now. Okay. 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 Go away, champion. Yeah. We call that the cake makers because it makes me want to go to playing Piece of Cake. It's the entire reason I've been building a tank for like the last 6 or 7 seasons whenever he added Lucky Hit Life Leech. And was complaining that people were underrating Lucky Hit. I'm going to have to hit that secret later. Oh, cool, I've got a loot belt now. What? The champion dropped a pog. Which absolutely means the very next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pog and 2 pouches to make myself a loot bell out of my current bag, which currently has a stack 1 upgrade in it. I'll probably make that a stack 2 or a stack 3. Probably stack 2 because I think stack 3 might need like a pog or whatever, which means I don't have the materials for it. Anyways. Any more doesn't stackables in this? Pickles can come out. Alright. Eight minutes left. Let's keep that in mind. It feels so weird that I went into this one using the actual proper entrance. I never do that. To be fair, the majority of the time that I go into it, I use a hammer, but that's just because you get a lot of chances to go into it with a hammer once you start having a hammer. Don't you love that vanilla play behavior? That drowns in water during daytime, which the vault is never in nighttime. Don't track towards anything. Well, they are only in 1 block of it. Alright. I was wondering why I was being slow. Alright. There was a small amount of lag right there. I don't think I have a good reach for any of that, so we're just going to count that one as done and move on. So I don't particularly feel like pillaring up just to look at that one. I would tend to go up in this one first, but you know. This tends to spawn things on you as you're like walking through. So let's go ahead and clear that. Juggle the child. I'm getting lag spikes again. Thanks, Monodrain. Like, it's not even actually that big of a threat to have the Monodrain on me at the moment. Those will contain themselves. Okay, I've got a poison cloud and a healing cloud. I was like, since when were the crabs undead? And the correct answer is no, they weren't. I also had poison there. The one thing that's slightly annoying about the updated javelin's throw being dependent on the level of the javelin is, like, the throw power. Hello, my beloved. Echo? Oh. I mean, it's a deposit upgrade. Single Echo gem from the single Echo ore. But a loot belt with a deposit upgrade sounds like a pretty good upgrade for one vault at level whatever the heck I'm at. I think I need to use one of these as an actual storage in a moment. So we're going to break this one and raid this one. And we're going to shove at least the, like, obviously modded things that I'm not going to need and can't throw at things in it. Okay, minute 23. The exit wasn't here, so exit center of the room down. Okay. If attached toe has a drowned egg, or you have a drowned egg, they in theory should be able to just stick it in their spawner room. So you just want to hit attached toe. 1 sec. One sec. My mouse. You can move. Let's get inside before I get blown up or anything. Okay, this is a modded leaf. Cobblestone is cobblestone. This goes here for half a second. These go here for a second. So compress that. Compress that. Gear piece. Handles. Okay. Gear piece. Alright. Step 1, gear pieces, apparently. Since I already have those queued up. I mean, the implicits are no worse. So I should roll it. Worse implicits. So uh, sure, I guess at the moment. I want to be wearing it for such a short time. In theory. Majority of the cost of a deposit upgrade is the large amount of chromatic that goes into it and nothing else. Because it's something like so carbon, carbon, no, okay. Balance. Four and an echo. What was it? Brain. The base uses essence, right? So that comes out. That comes out. This gets claimed. Reactivate that. And make the deposit upgrade in a moment. Black chromatic steel. All right. Double pouch. So let's grab our Larry out. Been looking for you, Larry. Then we've already pulled the silk. These pulled essence already. All right. Ouch. 2. F3H. This is uninitiated or uninitialized, so it doesn't have a UUID. In case I manage to screw this up. Uninitiated, initiated, initiated. There we go. And that gives me a space for the deposit upgrade. Yay! And now I get to be the absolute laziest possible. I say as I accidentally forget the one important thing I'm supposed to do. Match inventory contents. It's fine. Now I just need a separate echo to do a restock upgrade so that I can get all the things that match my bag back out. Alright. Let's try that again with match inventory contents for deposit. Like, that'll be more useful when I make a box that auto compresses the vault stuff. It's so ridiculous expensive one for that one. At least it's in mod boxes now. And like this one absolutely is deserving of this cost, but this is 5 slots. It does 5 slots. So it doesn't even do the full compaction range. It can do at most 5 slots. And that's even when you put it in like one of the big barrels that's got like lots of room. It will do 5 slots per upgrade that you put in it. So like I could compact this. So like it's not even that powerful. It does not need to be 19 vault diamonds. You want to put the Larry back, feel free. But it does not need to be that expensive for the other stuff. Not the blast furnace, this. There we go. Then the blast furnace ends up over here. I also need to get something with a stack upgrade for actually storing these long term, so I'm going to start in on the storage at some point, probably today or the very beginning of tomorrow. That's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 3. Any of those. Pull that. Okay. Then we stare. Okay, that's all deposited. Let's go. Now we can do stack. Stack 1. Okay. Diamond, Larry. Iron. Yeah, sounds about right. You see, that's the problem right now. One of the things that's happening is they keep doing quote unquote like reboots or whatnot, and then it's like, no, no, you're those are your original characters. Those are your original characters, not this historical character or whatever. You're just you've just put a veneer on them so that other people will look at them. Like, so like, would you say that maybe it holds up if it was anything but specifically He-Man? If they weren't claiming it was supposed to be the specific character? Would it have been a decent movie on its own? Or did it end up being like, no, like, I think anybody would be insulted to have a movie of that style. Yeah. Because definitely one of the things is like they also have screwed up a lot with just not necessarily in a, oh yeah, this is horrible for horrible sake, but it's like high praise there for Jupiter ascending then. Something, something. It doesn't set a high bar and Even worse, it's a lean boat contest. Wait, no. I think I worded that one wrong. Ignore me. I'm bad at euphemisms. Maybe. And that's a scrap the helmet. Yay! I'm almost up to a stack of these. I'm almost up to another knowledge star, too. Feed the scrapper. Rock, rock, rock. I've deposited rock. Rock. There we go. Rock. Oh, modded, modded. What do you mean I'm out of room for more modded? Fine, we'll pull some leaves. And hope it asks for them. No. One amethyst shot. And all my sand's downstairs. 2 bones. 15 seeds, which I haven't started my own farming. Maybe because I have to decide what I actually want to deal with farming. Alright. Remind me that I need to do my demagnetizer stuff and all that here. In short order. Demagnet, debag. All cobblestone can come downstairs. Yeah. Then sand. I need sand. In my doors. Okay. Well, cobblestone. We got sand. 8 sand. Ooh, good luck. Do you like the new capacity change that supposedly they put on these? So they're now like, you can fit so many more. Ooh. I don't have lucky hit yet, so I don't get to do that yet. Don't have lucky hit yet, so I don't get to do that. I'm a little bit annoyed that you have to at least have some sorcery to get the Arcana. I haven't determined yet whether or not you need like, did I actually need 2 points in might besides just to get the 5 core count for sword specialist? Or would 1 in might and like 1 in speed so that I still had the 5 had worked? Okay, it looks like just 1 is enough. Okay. Sure. We'll continue with the talent side of things. So my sweeping hits on this sword are now 41% and 150 sweep angle, or not sweep angle, radius. So that'll help me with groups of mobs. Sand. In theory, I should see what my next rock is, because if I put the rock down before I finish the vault, I can potentially lock it at a lower level. Not that I expect that I'm going to break another experience cap that's going to make a significant difference, but next vault. Next vault. In theory, I should get that repair core. In theory. In theory, I should light up the ground out here so I don't get immediately waylaid by hostile mobs every time I'm finishing the vault. Does it face any direction besides north anymore? Thanks, Poison Cloud. It helped because I had absolutely done as stupid by jumping directly into the face of the skeletons there. Okay, now living. Onward to the next one. I have failed to land up there, which is potentially a good thing because there's creepers now. Close enough. Assassin's done. Alright. That's all that. I have basically 0 trap disarm, so that's just an extra 2.5% traps for these ornates to be better, in theory. That's everything here. Should take the cauldrons. Same furnaces I don't need. Crunchy. In theory, there might be another dweller coming up to like stab me in the neck, because that was only 3 of them, and there's a max of 5 spawned. If they get more than 24 blocks from you, they can despawn, but did that one already. I have lost. Right. All of it's north, so this way. Yeah, like at least traps aren't a like traps are a hazard, not a loot reduction below 50, so Ow. Cool. Yoink, yoink. There we go. Later, sucker! Okay, no coin secret there. I mean, it's not a bad plan. Also depends on how quickly you can run your way through a blacksmith. Because it might still be about ore. It might just also include a gear run. That's also why I don't tend to do katas even for like specific loot runs before about like level 80-ish. Just because like if you throw enough bolts at anything, you don't need higher quality bolts. You can just do quantity and you'll get like a decent array of things. That said, it also means that my storage of things like catalysts by the time I'm like 80 is like enough to do full loaded mine room runs and I keep forgetting to go and steal bread from Dickies. I'm like, why am I so slow? Because you're hungry. In the game too. Anything else up here? Doesn't sound like it. Alright. I also like the whenever you run into like the micro blacksmiths. This one. Ooh, fancy. Ow. Ow. Now I gotta be careful because with them right there, that's one of the ones where, like, because this theme is what it is, I can accidentally drop those on my head when I go to mine the ones in that section over there. Really? Y level bugging? Like, yes, I know it's because I mined the ornate next to it, and I clipped the wooden, so it was a mismatch between the client and the server on when the block should have broken. But, like... Hey. Hey. Rude. You can't just barge in before I've come to answer the door. Okay. Even more damage. So that's on me. Am I just deaf, or does my fail to cast sound, like, not exist? Like, did they turn down a bunch of the vault sounds when they sent out this last patch? So, like, some of them just, like, aren't playing because they got inherited by the patch? Right? Yoink, 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 yoink. Crunchy. Later, suckers! South? South. More room? Another one that wants time, so probably not. Bonk. I think I need to approach this properly. So let's walk down here. Stab the children. That one stabbed me back. All right. The last of those. For now. That one's clear. I need to craft an axe and add it to my vault tool, potentially. Or build a simple axle. Three minutes. So probably not getting upstairs. Because I should not die to dwellers. If I can help it. Yeah, there's nothing really interesting about the points of interest up there. So I should at least see what's in this next one. And then I should go right, and that should be right, and then okay, so we're going to call that one a rep. And we're going to make sure that this is in fact way home, and then head home. That looks about right. That one's cleared. Yep. Okay. Let's head inside. Next, expertise. I think technically my next 2 expertises I should use here. So I should actually sit on this one. Claim the reward on this. That's a decent amount of steel. Don't want to spend that much souls on steel there. Okay. Like, I'm always a sucker for lucky hits, but, like, they're still a couple levels away from me, so, like, unless... It's always good for you to hold on to, like, an Omega, because loose Omegas are loose Omegas, but also at this level, you could probably recycle that fairly effectively and see if you can get the, what you call it? Adaptive? Because the adaptive is more worthwhile than like any amount of yeah. But nothing immediately popped out as like, yeah, I absolutely need you to hold that for me. I will use that in X amount of time. Big thing is legendary lucky hit is like the strongest thing that I might have to search for. But I like ever since he nerfed the cap into the ground, like okay, I haven't gotten near the cap since he nerfed the cap into the... Oh look, I made driftwood boards. I got distracted and did that. Of course I did. Okay, fine. It happens. And that's why I want to get the compacting drawer kind of setup going. So that's the first living chest roll. Cool. Thank you, every compatibility. We all love you so much. Pants. I'm not especially worried about capacity, so. But it's always fun when it shows the legendaries. Let's see. Compress, compress, compress. Compress the suit. Um. Oh no, 5 minutes. Might be able to finish packing everything up by then. Compress, compress, compress. Especially because I can do this to put away most what I get from that. Okay, so what I've got left is gear. Fancy helmet. H. Fancy helmets. Improvement in armor. Got built-in lucky hit. Okay, we'll say that one's good. The rest of this is recyclable. almost Grandmaster there. Jewel pouches. The rest of that's a sort later bucket. But that's going to wrap it for today. Catch y'all later. Bye.